Hi, Scorpio. This is Eileen with your February 2019 Psychic Tarot card reading. And we're starting the month of February with the Page of Pentacles card. And the Page of Pentacles is talking about getting some good news for some of you Scorpios regarding money, work. Maybe some of you have been expecting a sum of money to come to you that you've been waiting on. So you might finally receive word that that money is coming through. For some of you, it might be something work related, job related. Perhaps if you've been applying for jobs, or if there's a promotion or a transfer or something you've been applying for and waiting on, you might get good news about that coming for you. This could also be something academic for some of you who are in school, waiting on getting news about whether you're going to be accepted into a particular school or be able to, take a particular curriculum that you want. You might be getting some good news about that. Overall, it is, positive energy here. It's a positive card. Now, this is a general reading, so some of these cards will apply to some people, while other cards might resonate with others. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm focusing in just on that person's circumstances. So, now also, a page as a person in a reading can be kind of a young person, like maybe someone in their 20s. And so, for some of you Scorpios, if you're in this younger age bracket, like in your 20s, and you're single and looking, this Page of Pentacles can represent someone new that will be around you in February. If you're a student, this might be another student that you meet, or it could be someone around your workplace, or maybe just around your social circle. I feel like this person, the pentacles do represent the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this person could be one of those signs, or maybe they have a lot of that in their chart. But this is a very down to earth. This person is not real arrogant or thinking they're great or anything like that. They're kind of modest, I feel like they're serious about their career, their work, that sort of thing. And they're either just starting out in their career, or they might be in school for whatever they're going to be pursuing. That's why I'm saying, if you're a student, it might be someone at school that you meet. If you're possibly in the workplace, it might be there, or socially, like I said. But this person's got their eyes on their future and what they're going to do, laying a good foundation for themselves. So now this might be specific for one person. I'm tuning in. It might be a few people who might have this person around you in February. Okay, but a nice person, nice down to earth, honest person. Okay. Okay. Now, the next card we have is the Ten of Cups. And the cups do relate to the water signs typically, and they relate to emotions and feelings and love. And so, for a number of you Scorpios in February, you might be enjoying a nice, happy romantic life or home life. This is talking about a happy home, things going well in your home environment. Whether or not you've got a special person, it doesn't matter. You might just be enjoying your home and your surroundings and celebrating everything that you have and being grateful for all the good you have in your life. Some of you, I feel like, will have that romantic partner professing their love for you. Someone might get engaged in February or married or that sort of thing. Or someone might have just recently gotten married or engaged, and you're just kind of celebrating your life together with this person and enjoying yourselves. And you know what? It's not all just marriage or engagement. Some of you just might be involved with someone who things are just going well. You're very compatible, and this person has expressed their feelings for you. They're not looking around to see what else is out there. They're just interested in you, and the two of you are just really enjoying your time together. But I get a lot of good energy around your home environment. So I feel like, regardless of if you've got some special someone in your life, you're enjoying your home environment. You've got your home the way you want it, decorated how you want, or it's cozy, it's comfy, it's whatever you like, colorful, whatever it is you enjoy. You've been making your home a place that you can just enjoy yourself and relax when you're at home. And so I feel like a number of you will be feeling prosperous and feeling content and happy, whether or not you have that perfect person, because everybody's not going to have the perfect person in their life all at one time. I mean, it's just, but there's a lot of good energy here, lots of good energy. And somebody might even have this kitty with them too. This kitty cat shows up in some of these cards. Yeah, this just looks and feels really good to me here. Okay, and then the next card we have is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, sometimes this card refers to receiving some kind of disappointing news or something. I don't feel like it's anything major for those of you who are affected by this Page of Swords energy in February. It might be something. You know what I get more than anything? It's a person. For some of you, this Page of Swords represents a person who's around you, possibly in the workplace, maybe even in your family or friendships or socially somehow, maybe even a neighbor. But it's someone who's very jealous of you. They're resentful of you. I just feel like this person has a lot of insecurities deep down. And so they look at you like, I don't know, you just look to them like you're just getting along a little too well. Maybe you give the impression of just being comfortable with your life and being okay, even if it's not perfect. No one's got a perfect life. Everybody's got things they got to be dealing with and stressful situations that come up. But this person is looking at you. Now, this is particular to some Scorpios. Again, it's a general reading. This is not everybody. But for those of you who are having this person, then you'll know what I'm talking about. This person can be very petty. They want to find fault with you. That's what I'm getting. They can't do you anything, but they're an aggravation, And Scorpios are very intuitive, they're very psychic. You probably have already sized up this person, or by February you will have. And you're knowing that something's not completely on the up and up with this person, even if they're acting all nice in front of you and like they're fine with you or whatever, you're going to have this little feeling inside like something's not adding up right here. And so listen to your intuition, because this person's a gossip. Even if they're not outwardly gossiping with other people about you, they're thinking mean thoughts about you because they're so jealous and just resentful. They just feel like they try to put on this image like they've got it going, like everything's going well for them and they got it together and whatever, and they don't need to be jealous of anybody. That's what they try to portray about themselves, but it's completely different on the inside. So anyway, like I said, it's just somebody. If you recognize this person in your life, the less you deal with them, the better, because you can't trust them. You can't give them any of your personal talk, confide in them or anything. They'll use it against you. And this person, they want to find fault with you. They'll find some little something to criticize you over, either to others or in their own thoughts, or if they have an opportunity, if they're in a position to criticize you. You know how sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. This could be an acquaintance, somebody at work or whatever, who has a way of saying something to you that's not really a compliment. It's a put down of some kind, even though they're trying to act helpful or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's somebody to avoid for those of you who have this person around you. Next is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles, this is a good card for you about juggling, and where you're managing to juggle everything. You're not being overwhelmed by all of your responsibilities. This is showing that a lot of you Scorpios are really good at what you do in your job, that you know your jobs really well. And so you might have to stay really busy and get a lot of work done every day, but you're really good about coordinating things, focusing on the details, and just making sure everything is humming along smoothly. You've been doing this long enough that you're expert at it and you're prepared to keep doing that because you feel like, hey, this is just life. And a lot of you might be juggling this way between your responsibilities at your job and in your home when you go home from work. Or some of you might be going to school and working, possibly even working a second job. So, but the card's showing that you'll continue to do well because you know what you're doing and you've got the energy and the stamina for it. You know, nothing's going to keep you down. You're just going to keep moving along because you've got your plans, your goals for the future. It's not just feeling this sense of obligation to whatever bills have to be paid that month. It's like you're looking ahead to your future for your life and what you want for your life. And so, you know, it's like, okay, I know I need to get these things done and accomplish this so I can keep moving forward on my path. The next card we have is the Ten of Swords. And Ten of Swords is talking about some of you possibly having something that ended and may have ended badly in the way of a relationship. For some of you, it could have been some situation at a job where people were just not accepting you. I feel like now this again, this is specific. Maybe this is just one or two or a few of you that have this, where you've had people that they're very negative and griping and complaining, and somehow you didn't fit in with their little clique. And so they decided you were their enemy in some way or another. So it's like they wanted to put you down and condemn you somehow. So for some of you, this might be a job that you've left. It could be some kind of relationship that you've been in, people you've had to deal with. This could be even relatives for some of you, or maybe in-laws or something, you know, if you've been married and now you're divorcing or have or gotten divorced or whatever. I'm just getting different scenarios for different people. But the good thing is, yes, it is hurtful. That's not good. You know, nobody wants to suffer. But there's better things for you ahead. You weren't supposed to be in this group of people, is what it is. Whether this was a work situation, someplace where you live, neighbors or whatever, or some other living arrangement, relatives. Um, or a personal romantic relationship that just didn't work out well, and maybe they had their friends and relatives on their side kind of making you the bad person there, and it really hurt your feelings. Whatever it is, it was hurtful. You know, it was very hurtful because you felt like you didn't really do anything wrong. It's just I'm getting these are negative people you were dealing with. That some of them really downright hateful. So the universe is removing you from something that's not good for you. That's what this is about. You're being removed from a situation that was bad for you. It was a hostile environment in one way or another, whether it was some kind of passive aggressive things going on or outright hostility in one shape or form. And the universe, God, your guardian angels, you're being removed from that. So that's what's good about that card. Next card we have is the Seven of Wands. And Seven of Wands. Now, wands typically do relate to the area of work and progress and action. And so this could be work related for some of you where you're having to defend your position with other people. But you know what I'm getting here real strong is you're in the strong position. You're not in a weak position. It's like you are standing your ground. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing. And you're not going to have other people trying to kind of push you aside or say no, you're not doing you, we can't do that, or we need to do it this way instead, or whatever it is. What I feel is there's a certain amount of pettiness and jealousy around you. I just feel like whoever's affected by this Seven of Wands in February, you really are in the strong position. So whoever you're dealing with, that you're having to defend your position, defend your ideas, or whatever it is that you're doing, that the other people, they can't really do you anything. That's what I'm feeling like. They know it. They know they're in a weaker position. They're just not happy. That's all. And they're looking at you like somehow you're doing better than them and they don't like it. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So, but you're standing strong and just continuing on like, okay, that's all right, fine. I've been through this kind of thing before. I'll deal with it again now if I have to. So, Because Scorpios are really strong-willed, they're not going to be pushed around or intimidated by people. Okay, next card we have, and this is a good one to follow the Seven of Wands. You've got the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is talking about some of you Scorpios need a rest after all this. So if you've been affected by this Ten of Swords, the Seven of Wands. I mean, you need to rest. You need to catch up on your sleep because stressful situations are very draining. Even if you seem to be getting enough sleep, when you're really stressed, it's very draining on you emotionally and physically. So you might need to sleep extra and just catch up if you've been having some difficult drama and whatever going on in your life, dealing with people or maybe some money situations or whatever, or work situations. So some of you might really just need to catch up on your rest, recuperate, so you can be ready to go out and fight another day. So, just accept that. We're just human, we're not robots, we're not superhumans. So sometimes we get really drained and because we've gone through some kind of difficult, stressful or challenging situations with people or whatever. Maybe money, people, moving, who knows what. And you just you got to catch up on your rest after that. And then you'll be fresh to start again and keep moving forward towards your goals on your path. And again, this is a general reading, so everybody will not be affected by these cards. Some cards will resonate while others will not, okay? Like I said, if I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on that person's circumstances. So then I'm tuning in on a psychic level as well as reading the meanings of the cards just to pass along whatever I get also. But next card we have is the Queen of Cups. And again, the cups do relate to the water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And so a number of you Scorpios might be in the position of the Queen of Cups in the month of February, where you are feeling prosperous and feeling like you have a nice home, you live a good life, being introspective, maybe contemplating everything that you have. Someone might actually be pregnant also. I'm getting that. Somebody might be pregnant and just feeling kind of content and pleased about that. I feel like some of you, you have it good overall. Okay, you have a home you enjoy, your money's okay, maybe you're not rich but you're doing fine, and you've been working hard for a long time. You're getting things the way you want them in your life, but you want that special person. It's like you have pretty much everything else you need for the most part, but you really want that special person that you can identify with, someone who's really compatible with you. And so it's kind of like that's what you're waiting on. That's like the missing piece. And so I feel like a number of you, it is getting to be that time to cross paths with that person. And I feel like it's somebody from a previous lifetime that you were involved with, where it was a good relationship. It was really a good love relationship with someone who was really true to you. It's like you and that person just had eyes for each other. You weren't interested in other people. You're just interested in one another. You were happy together in love, and it was a good, strong, solid relationship. And I feel like for some of you Scorpios, it's getting time to cross paths with that person. You're supposed to come back together again in this lifetime. So some of you, the timing is right. It's all about timing. Everybody's on their own path in life. And so I'm not saying this is everybody. This is certain Scorpios. You're ready now. It's kind of like you've already been through all the other stuff and you know what you don't want and all that. And it's like and you've worked on yourselves also from the inside, because you're already feeling fairly independent, self-sufficient. It's not like you need someone just to be hanging on somebody. It's like you're ready. You've got it together yourself. You're fine on your own, but you want the right mate for you that you can enjoy anything with, having a meal or going to a movie or just hanging out together, and it's getting time for some of you. You're radiating out that energy. That's what I'm getting. And that person is radiating out the energy, but you're going to come together like it's kind of like you're being drawn together like magnets. So I'm not sure what month it will be. It may or may not be February. It might be March, April, May. I'm not sure. I'm just feeling like for a number of you Scorpios, the timing is coming. And you're open, you're receptive, you've already done a lot of work on yourselves. So it's like you're in a good place to have a healthy, happy love relationship now. Okay, the next card we have is the Moon card, and this is a major arcana destiny card. And the Moon card now for Scorpio, Scorpio is a very psychic and intuitive, and you already have strong intuition, but the Moon card showing up, this is giving you extra strength in your intuition in February. And you need to use your intuition because you might be dealing with people who are not giving you the whole picture of a situation. For some of you, it might be some kind of, maybe you're making a purchase, maybe you're buying a house or a used car or who knows what, and you're hearing one story from the other people, and somehow maybe they're not telling you everything. Maybe they're leaving out some important details that you should know about. So you need to do your own research and digging. I'm feeling some of this is relationship issues also. Some of you, I just keep feeling a number of you are kind of in a strong position in your life right now. I feel like because you're not, how shall I say this? It's like no one can kind of tell you what to do or how to think. You're pretty independent and strong. And you've got people around you who are kind of jealous, you know? I mean, some of them are a little more vicious jealous, like this person, but others are just kind of they just feel like they're in a weaker position than you. They want to be more like you. So some of this, there might be some things with people that are close to you, whether it's someone you're involved with in a personal romantic relationship, or it might be friends of yours, co-workers, maybe some relatives, where it's almost like they might gossip about you a little bit. I don't feel like it's real serious, but it's almost like they don't want, because they're somewhat jealous, but it's not a hateful jealousy, but they are jealous. It's almost like they don't want to tell you if they have information that would benefit you. It's almost like they don't want to add to your power, your strength, because they feel they're in a weaker position. So they'd rather not even tell you about something they might know about that can benefit you. So I'm getting different scenarios for different people here, but the message is use your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, then that's a red flag, Pay attention and do your digging. If you're buying something or signing any kind of agreement or even involved in a personal romantic relationship and you feel like something you're not getting the whole picture, just back up a little bit and find out and make up your mind if you want to continue with whoever this is. The last card we have is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords card, now the swords do relate to the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I'm feeling for a number of you Scorpios, this is a person that's going to be around you by the end of February. This King of Swords, I don't feel like he's the most generous, kind person in the world. I feel like he's got a lot of negative energy with him. He feels like he's not happy himself. He's kind of miserable. So he doesn't like to do favors for anybody. And he might, for some of you, this might be like a manager or owner of a business where you work. For others of you, if you're applying for like a car loan or a mortgage or something, this guy might be extra picky and extra fussy about whether or not he's going to approve something. Because, well, also the air signs, they're very mental, they have sharp thinking skills. So he might be extra detail oriented, looking for the least little reason to turn somebody down or to, charge them a higher interest rate or who knows what. I feel like, though, if this person's in your workplace, this is not an easy person to get a raise from or get a promotion from. It just feels like he likes to critique people, and he's not real generous. He's not a generous person. So he likes to instead find fault. But he may not always be out griping and carrying on, but he could be doing a fair amount of griping. I feel like if he's in the workplace, people already know this about this guy and they try to avoid him. They try not to make too much eye contact. They just try to walk by and mind their own business. They don't want to catch his negative energy and him be griping at them about something. And also, I'm feeling like for someone, this might be particular to one or two people. I feel like this guy might be a neighbor for someone or someone in your workplace. I feel like he's older than you. And I feel like you're a Scorpio or a female. And I feel like he kind of looks at you, in this kind of lustful manner, and not that he would act on it, but he thinks about these things, and he's watching and all that. So whoever this applies to, I'm sure you'll know who you are. But I mean, definitely is not, this is not some warm and fuzzy kind of person. This is somebody, like I said, I feel like he puts out a lot of negative energy. So he's usually somebody to avoid. So, okay, now this deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And what I want to do now, I'm going to pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so what's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? And if you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified when I post new videos. And be sure and check for your rising and moon signs as they come available. Most of them are done. I still got a couple more to do, and they'll all be done soon. And feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, so what's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Scorpio for February 2019. What's the message for Scorpio, February 2019? I'll give it one more shuffle and then I'll fan the cards out. Okay. Okay, let me fan these out. Oh, I like this. A new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Oh, I love this card. This is a great message. I don't know if it's too much glare over here. I kind of like it better here. A new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. This is a really wonderful message because there are some kind of stressful things some people are having to deal with in February. So I like that message a lot. That's a really nice message to have. Next, I'm going to pick one card from Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield with artwork by Josephine Wall. Okay, so what's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio February 2019? I'll give it one more shuffle and fan the cards out. What's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Okay, fan these out. Okay, this is so pretty. This one says be in service. Okay, that's number 41. I'll look that up. There's a little seahorse. It's like a mermaid with a seahorse, I guess. Look at all the seashells. I love that. Beautiful. So much detail in these cards. I just love them. Okay, I'm going to look this one up. Number 41, be in service. Okay. Okay, let's see, 41. One more page. Here it is. Be in service. Give back to the world. When we give in equal proportion to that which we receive, we are able to maintain balance. There are so many people who are in need of your services. Being in service can be as simple as a kind word, holding a door open, or joining in a cleanup effort. Look to nature and its ability to support according to what is needed at that time. Your efforts in supporting others around you will help to create the energy needed to support humanity. I love that message, and I totally agree with that because um, you never know what one kind word might mean to somebody. You know, somebody may have had a really upsetting time. Maybe somebody at work was giving them a bad time, or who knows what, you know, something at home happened that was really upsetting. They might be all upset and traumatized that day. And you just never know, you know, you might hold the door open for someone or just say something kind to them, and that just might be like the light shining for them. So I totally agree with that message. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to pick one card from the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So what's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Scorpio for February 2019. I'll give it one more shuffle and we'll fan them out. Pick a card. What's the message for Scorpio for February 2019? Okay. I love this. This says victory. Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Oh, I love this. And I love the beautiful imagery in this card. Those colors are gorgeous. The angel with the big angel wings. So beautiful. Victor. Wait, let me get this. It's kind of looking fuzzy. Victory. Archangel. Why is that not going clear? Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. I love that message. Your prayers have been heard and answered. And a beautiful card. That's a great card to end on. Okay, Scorpios. Well, I like it. My moon is in Scorpio, so I think that's a nice message. I'm happy to hear that. Really, you've got a number of nice messages here. So, okay. So, Scorpio, I hope you like your reading for February. Be sure and check for your rising and moon signs. Like I said, most of them are there. I've got 2 more to do. And feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And be sure and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, so you'll receive notifications when I post new videos. And if you have subscribed already, I thank you for your subscriptions. And happy Valentine's Day. I always think Valentine's Day, it's kind of overrated. You know, to me, it's just a big commercialized. It puts too much pressure on people. That's what I see. It puts pressure on people. You know, when you see men going and buying the flowers and the candy and all that. I'm sure some of them want to do that, but I feel like a lot of them feel like if they don't, they're going to be in big trouble or something. So I don't know. I'd rather somebody give me something just because they felt like it that day. It could be any day of the week or any time of the year. So anyway, but happy Valentine's Day anyway. I might make some Valentine cookies or something that day. Anyway, yeah, and so please feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. And Happy New Year. Also, let's make 2019 a really good year. Leave behind the past troubles and problems and problematic people and whatever. Just shed all that stuff if you can and move forward into much better times and use the law of attraction in your favor also. Okay, thank you for watching my video. We'll talk again soon.